Hi, how are you?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. Um, so first things first, I want to ask about your Boy Meet Space Academy. So I know it's basically like a 6-week course targeted towards, supplying up and coming producers with the resources to create and maintain a successful career in music. I want to know what's one thing you wish someone had taught you before entering the early stages of your career.
Um, it's a lot of things, but I think one of the main things that I wish someone would have told me in the beginning of my career is, I'm trying to think. That's a good question.
Yeah, I can imagine it's a lot that you've
Yeah,
learned.
it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
a lot of things, but uh, I would say one of the most important things, would, at least for me personally, probably would be just learning your business. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like learning, like being on top of your business and like legally, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not to say like I had like anything bad happen legally, but I just wish like I would have known more business stuff like in the beginning. So I ain't really have to go through a lot of like fallout and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that'd probably be that.
Yeah, no, that's definitely important because we hear now with like so many artists um, that dropped songs years ago and now they're dealing with like copyright lawsuits and all that stuff. So yeah, that's definitely stuff that they don't tell you when you first start. So it's definitely important. But as someone who's been producing for years, I know you didn't really break out into like mainstream success until around like 2019, maybe 2018. So I'm sure you know how important timing is. Timing is definitely everything. I want to know what made you feel like right now is the right time to start Boy Meet Space Academy.
I got more knowledge now, you know. So I kind of went through like different phases. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like I'm not upcoming anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fresh and new anymore. So it's like I done seen different aspects of, you know what I'm saying, the business as far as being a producer. So I feel like I got knowledge now to be able to say, you know what I'm saying, teach people different things confidently.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know a lot of up and coming producers today, they have people like you and Wonder Girl and Tay Keith to, look up to and aspire to be. I want to know who inspired you musically while growing up.
Producer wise,
It could be producer wise, it could be an artist. Doesn't even have to be an artist. It could be, someone you knew personally, anybody, honestly.
probably like Timberland, you know, Sunny Digital,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Leslie, like as far as like producers, and then like artists, probably like Speaker Knockers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Um,
say those.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I say those. I would say those people.
Okay. And I mean, also, speaking of Tay Keith, he recently graduated in about, I think around 2018, in the middle of his career, growing up with Sicko Mode, the work he did with Travis Scott and Drake. So I know Boy Meets Space is, in the future looking to be able to give students college credit if they enroll. And I know a lot of young creatives, they may treat college as an afterthought because they probably think, if I'm trying to do this in music, or if I'm trying to produce, or I'm trying to do this, I don't need to be in college, But what ways do you think that college can be beneficial to someone who's trying to produce music?
It can help you like if you're trying to do things outside of the music. Like it could give you a sort of structure You know what I'm saying? Or if you go to school for like engineering and stuff like that, like it could probably teach you like the proper ways to do a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have a degree. So those are probably like two of the things that I can say like it'll help you. Going to college will help an upcoming producer because it's like you can learn like how to actually do things the proper way and have a certificate behind your name. So
Yeah.
It'll put you in better places as far as like trying to get a job, you know what I'm saying, different things.
Mm-hmm. When I was doing some research on you, I was looking at your Wikipedia and it said that you were in college, but you unfortunately had to drop out. Is that something that you wish?
Unfortunate.
I don't know. Was it unfortunate? Would you have liked to finish?
No.
Oh,
Personally, I don't feel like it was unfortunate. I feel like it was like it probably wouldn't be no Jetson if I would have stayed in college.
oh, okay. So it's more like you had to put it to the side to focus on your career, kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering because I hear artists that say all the time, they wish they could have finished or they wish they could go back. So I don't know.
Yeah. Nah, I think kind of like when I got to college, that was like the start to when people got to realizing like, man, college is kind of like scams. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say college is a scam because like if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, and stuff, you gotta go to college.
Yeah.
Just going to college just to say you're gonna have a successful life, that's when I feel like my age range is when we start figuring out like, bro, you don't need to go to college just to be successful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, college isn't for everyone, so that's definitely true. So I want to ask you about your sound as a producer. Some producers tend to have a specific sound. Mike Dean is known for like the synths that he likes to use. Pharrell is known for the opening 4 count in his songs. Do you feel like you have a specific sound that's like special to you? And what would you describe it as?
Just bouncy. Just turn bouncy. Like that's my style. I just like one joint to be turned.
All right.
Turned up.
Yeah, I mean, straight to the point. That definitely. Well, I mean, speaking of that bounce that you were talking about, I know you produced a lot of the baby's biggest hits. You were also Grammy nominated for Suge 2 times. And I know in the past he's received some criticism for people saying a lot of his songs sound alike. Obviously, I won't ask if you agree with that or not, but what I will ask is, as someone who grew up in the South, in the Carolina music scene, and you work with a lot of Southern artists, do you feel like when artists' songs are criticized for sounding the same, do you feel like it's more so on the artists and their cultural influence, or do you think it's a production, or do you think it's a little bit of both?
I just be feeling like people be hating. I don't really feel like it might have, I feel like it is whatever. It's kind of like someone's opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Like, I don't really feel like I can tell you something. You know what I'm saying? It sounds the same. Like you might tell me chicken tastes like steak, and I might be like chicken tastes like fish. So it's kind of like
it's subjective.
Yeah, it's subjective.
Yeah,
I can't really say. I don't really get into all that because it was like I was at the butt of that joke, so I was just be like, bro, what are y'all talking about? Like,
yeah.
But I don't really get into it. I kind of like stop feeding into that type of stuff.
Yeah. So stuff like that, it doesn't bother you, really?
Nah, it don't bother me at all. I don't pay attention to stuff like that.
All right. Well, I know that personally as a writer, when I experience writer's block and I don't really know, what to say, I go and do things that I enjoy that make me feel good, and that usually helps me get past it. So I want to know when you, or if you ever lack inspiration, or even when you just get bored, in the studio with maybe something that you're creating, how do you increase your versatility when you're working in the studio? Like, where do you draw inspiration from?
Uh, I just go listen to new hard stuff, like the new whatever is new, and I try to just like whatever going up, like whatever people like are into, I just go listen to it.
Do you pull
That's kind of
anything?
my job.
Do you pull anything from like maybe like the '90s, the '80s, or do you ever go back or?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I've been listening to a lot of like Michael Jackson and stuff lately,
Mm-hmm.
but I go listen to everything. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really picky. You know what I'm saying?
So what advice would you give to creatives who want to avoid feeling like they're creating the same thing over and over, but while still staying true to themselves, basically?
And just go switch it up. I'm just a believer in anything you do, you gonna do it your way anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody can duplicate someone at all. Like even if I go remake someone's beat, I might have different settings on my computer, so it's not gonna sound the same. So I feel like with producers, they should take that and just try to just do something new. You know what I'm saying? Even if they gotta draw inspiration from something else, just try it. Just go do something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna come out their own way either way. So that's like what I would tell them to do. Just try to do something.
All right. Well, this is the last question. I'm going to ask you about some of your personal experiences in relations to songs that you produce. So, first one is Jack Harlow, What's Poppin'. There's a line in the first, like in the intro, basically, where he says, just joshin', I'm gonna spend this holiday locked in. With Christmas coming up, how do you plan on spending these last few weeks of the year? And what can we expect from you in the new year?
Christmas, I'm just making beats.
Mm.
I just left him. I made a bunch of beats in my. I'm just working really right now. I got a couple projects I'm working on. And that's pretty much it. I'm just working, just making a lot of music. That's how I'm spending Christmas with my family and just making music.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna ask.
2023 is up though. We got a lot on the way. We just signed a couple of contracts, so we got some stuff on the way. For sure.
Okay, is there anything you can talk about, or it's like a secret, top secret, or we just gotta wait on it?
I got a song Glorilla finna come, so I get it.
All right, I'll take that. On Roddy Ricch, Start With Me, he said, spend Larry Bird 33 on Cartier, in reference to him impulsively spending 33,000 on jewelry in Atlanta.
3300.
3,300. Oh, okay.
Cartier for the frame. Huh?
Oh, you said 33. Oh, okay, 3,300. Got it.
3300.
I don't know. Genius might have got it wrong. They said it was 33,000.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He said 33,000?
He said 33,000.
Oh, he might be talking about like some bracelets.
Maybe. I don't.
I always thought he was talking about the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
The glasses about 3,000. So when he said 33 on Cartier, I'm thinking like the glasses.
Yeah, I don't know. He said 33,000, but I mean, I don't know nothing about that. But
he might have went and bought 10 pair of glasses then.
He might have. Maybe he did. Yeah. But I want to know I was looking at your Instagram. I know you like to wear a lot of like chains, like you even got a chain on right now. What's the most you impulsively spent on jewelry? If you don't mind sharing.
Impulsive?
Like you was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just get it. No matter.
I be buying stuff in spurts, but probably like 100,000.
No. Okay. All right. What was it? Like it was like multiple things, or
my first setup. When I got my first setup, got my first chain and bracelets, I spent about 100,000.
Okay.
But it was big. It was big. So it was good. But it was for sure impulsive. Like I just woke up one day, I was like, man, I'm finna get a chain. And I walked in the house, me and all the bros, we sent our money in, sent our designs in, which is about a year.
All right. Nice. On Lion King on Ice by J. Cole, he said, "Sound like a whole Lambo truck in my stomach, bitch. I ain't hungry. This feeling is starving." When pursuing a career in producing, was there ever a point where you felt like giving up, and what made you keep going?
Yeah. All the time for real. Like I'm real prideful, so a lot of times, like when I get into it, people be like, man, I got time for this. But this is kind of like before I was getting paper. I'm like, man, I don't got time for all this. I might as well just go do something else. But the thing that really kept me going probably is just not wanting to like fail for real. I ain't want to fail. Like I ain't want like to not be able to say I told you so. You know what I'm saying? Because I put a lot into it, and I kind of like took a stance in life to where it was like I'm finna make it. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do that.
All right.
So really my pride for real.
All right. Well, that was all my questions for you. Thank you for taking the time. I see you're busy, but thank you for taking the time to talk with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have... Oh, you're breaking up.
I'm breaking up.
Okay, I can hear you now.
All right, my bad. Yeah, I'm in like a fucked up area. But nah, I say I appreciate you too.
Yeah. And you have a great holiday. You have a great rest of the year. And I'm excited to see, you know, what you got going on in 2023. So
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Appreciate you. You have a good holiday too.
thank you. All right. Bye.